I heard the grass is greener where you water it. So
Good one, good one. I agree.
okay.
Bro, can you
Yeah.
people stop this thing you're doing? What is NNPC and Chevron and people are talking? How many
Why the
people are
vex like
employed? I'm
this?
very pained because I have people that have lived through the system. One thing that causes problems in societies, right, is accountability.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Diaspora Chatter, the number one podcast in the world. On this podcast, we talk about life in diaspora. There are three Africans, Nigerians. We come here, we talk about our experiences, we give advice, and we have fun. So, what's going on, guys? I've got my two co-hosts here, Mosi and Otis. What's up?
Oh, glad to be back again. And as always, I should say, as always, this is just my mantra. I want to say thank you to all our audience for their love and support. We've been receiving support all around the world. We
Hmm.
appreciate you. And we've been working sagaciously to make this podcast auspicious. And thank you. Glad to be back.
Hi guys. So just quick one. Rookie, I beg, next episode I will introduce myself here. This guy makes me laugh and make me lose my train of thought. It's sagacious and auspicious. Okay, hello, auspicious audience. Happy to sagaciously get you guys back. I mean, I'm saying you don't
Yeah.
have to.
Yes.
Thanks for your support and everything. We appreciate you guys. Yeah. Happy to be back though. I hope you guys have had a great week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you stumbled across this episode for some reason, and if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell. That way, you get notified anytime we publish a new episode. It's free. We don't charge you anything. It's just free. So let's get started. Let's talk about something which I imagine most people contemplate when they're thinking of going abroad, which is careers and job opportunities. So for a lot of people coming to the United States or Canada or UK, they go seeking finding a job, right? You're looking for a job or you get a job offer, whatever. You have certain expectations for, okay, maybe you can earn more or whatever the reason is. Career is a big thing coming to um, coming to diaspora. So from you guys' point of view, do you, because there's this conception that the grass is greener here compared to Nigeria or compared to wherever you're from. Do you guys think that's a true assumption that the grass is greener here?
I heard the grass is greener where you water it. So,
Good one, good one. I agree. Yeah.
so it's if you want me to go ahead before Mo
Yeah.
goes,
No, no,
it's
right.
again it depends on where you water it, and there are
Mm.
different professions in the US. You could go into the medical field, you could go into engineering, accounting, project management, and all that. These
Hmm.
are all diverse fields which they have those fields in Nigeria as well. So it depends on the field you're in, your prowess or dexterity in the field. That makes you say, hey, this is what doing over here and what doing over there.
Mm.
So that's just my perception.
Yeah. Well, for me, I think Otis was right. The grass is greener where you water it. So, but I think in general, yes, I think moving abroad helps the average person. I mean, in terms of career, yeah, it helps the average person level up. If that's a good word to use, because in terms of remuneration, opportunities, um, timely pay, because it's a big deal back home, right? Yeah, it's a big deal. I mean, I'm just being honest. So yeah, I mean, getting value
I
for
mean, there is
the work
a
that you do. So I think in general, yeah, the grass is actually greener, right? Career
grass is
wise,
greener.
Well,
yes, I think so.
more it depends on the industry you work in. I know there's that you mentioned something about the remuneration or other incentives on the job being paid bi-weekly or monthly. But there's some large organization over there you get paid regularly. If it's on a Saturday, they pay on Friday. Well, I
Mm.
get what you're
No,
saying. I just
no. So
pointing out
yeah,
that
no, no.
disparity.
You're mixing two of my points. So I said timely.
Okay.
That's you're talking about timely pay, and
Hmm.
so the remuneration is like okay, the the amount I've been paid for the work that you're doing as in Z comparable, right? I'll give you an example. If you are a teacher back home, the average salary for a teacher back home is maybe like 80K, 100K
A month?
a month. Yes, it's really low, especially because I mean, even if you're in government, you're in private schools, the pay is really low compared to most countries that really value education. Education is really up here.
Yeah.
You can actually have a career
But
progression that you
it's
get
funny you
paid
say
there.
that.
Mhm.
It's funny you say that because here people say the teachers in the US are paid low.
In
Yeah, because
compared
of the
to
cost of
other
living.
careers, compared to
Yes.
other careers, but if you put it on a pedestal, right? You compare
Yeah.
how teachers are paid in Nigeria compared to
Yeah.
how teachers are paid abroad. I'm sure a teacher in Nigeria will jump at an opportunity to teach anywhere abroad. When I mean abroad, you know the abroad
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
they talk,
I don't,
not the other
Yeah.
abroad. Yeah.
I don't want
So
us to. I don't want us to go away from
yeah.
this stuff because it's going towards the value of the money, right? Because what can you do with $2,000, and what can you do with maybe 2,000 naira or whatever that is? But that's a good point. I was just trying. I was not trying to contradict your point. I was just trying to
Uh-huh.
elaborate, mentioning that some jobs, so that our audience don't get the view like, oh, in Nigeria, all the jobs don't pay on time.
That's just the point. Yeah. To be
Okay.
fair, a lot of people don't get paid on time. So I'm sure
Oh, that's
if I have viewers from
yeah.
Nigeria, right? Some of them will even send me small things. Say, man, thank God you said it because it's true.
They don't pay on time. Is
They
that
don't get paid.
because like the business is not doing well, so they're not able to pay them, or is it just
It's a,
like the
it's a
boss is
culture
just
thing. It's a
culture
culture
thing?
thing. There's this boss thing. I
No,
mean, here they should prioritize. I mean, here you cannot afford to not pay your workers. I mean, that's like
Yeah,
a
I can't
given.
imagine not getting
But
paid.
back
Like,
in Nigeria, there is a lot of one man business can say, "Oh man, I've not made sales." Oh, and they are buying cars, and they're doing other things, and they maybe are owing the
and
bank or whatever. So it's about discipline, it's about culture. Is because you know nobody's going to do anything about it. So, again, let's not go away from the topic. I was just making the point. So,
yeah, mostly you want to
yeah,
tell them when the pay comes in here, like the day of the pay
no, I think we'll
comes in
get
at
to
1
that.
a.m. It comes early,
Comes
so that they
early.
can,
Some banks even pay you early and stuff.
so
So,
that they
isn't
can
that
choke you pin. It comes
isn't
1
that
a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning.
isn't that that one Bone Dog song about so wake up is the first of the month.
No
You know what I'm talking about?
more.
wait,
You
to
Ah,
you
so
know
you
this
listen, wait to, I
okay,
can't
well, you know
imagine
this kind
listening to
is
Botox. As
Bone
in,
Thugs?
you listen to Botox.
Yes, now.
Hey, wow, wow. It's all
Yeah,
right. Let's focus on the topic, I think.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
need to
actually. I actually posted something today on
Yeah,
let's
that's
change
why
the
it came to
world
my mind because I
on
saw
Bone
you post
Talks.
something Bone Thugs. That's what came to my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Voila.
So
let's make a change.
yeah, let's make a change. So I mean, yes, the grass is greener here. I'll be honest. There's more opportunities.
Yeah.
Um, there's more better. You get a job. You know you're getting paid. There is more. There is more consistency. So, so for you guys, right? Would you say that it it met your expectation, like before you came here, right? Would you say you probably had some expectation coming before you came here, right? Would you say
Um,
it met your expectation or not?
there's for me there's subtle disparity in my expectation. Not like
Mm.
there's one exorbitant difference. The good thing about it, most of the jobs you get paid bi-weekly, every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Do they do
In
they
every
do
two,
they do they do that in Nigeria? By the way, just sorry to cut you off. Like every
most
two
of
week
the
pay.
job, what
No,
I know,
I
most of
don't
the
know any. I
jobs
don't know any company that does that. Not one.
Mm.
A
they
month.
pay per diem.
Do you
Depends on the kind of, if you're an artisan, maybe a plumber, an electrician, and stuff like that. That's where the per diem works that
do you
way.
guys prefer do you guys prefer getting paid like every 2 weeks or every month?
Of course, 2 weeks. I mean, maybe because I'm not used to it, but when I first experienced it, it was too good to be true. Oh yeah,
It seems
I mean,
like
I'm just
you're
saying.
getting
I
money
worked.
every
I
time.
worked over a decade in Nigeria, so
Hmm.
I can tell you that I've experienced both sides, and it's far better to get paid bi-weekly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. I never worked in
Interesting.
Nigeria, so my first the
Mm-hmm.
jobs I had here were paying bi-weekly, and then
Mm.
I randomly got one job that was paying once a month, and it was strange for me.
How,
But
but how, did it affect you?
it affected me, but it was nice because you're getting that lump sum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Immediately, but then if you
some,
blow it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
some,
think, yeah,
so
I don't
so
think I ever want to end by end monthly anymore, man. That thing is
so sometimes
crappy.
some of your bills are in the other amount, depends on what you're paying, credit cards they have. So the bike weekly, you're like, hey, this portion of the check is for this credit cards, this bill, the utility bills, this other portion
mhm,
of the card, this other portion goes for this. I mean, either way it works as long as you get paid. But in
mhm,
terms of going back to your question, in terms of like I mentioned earlier, there's no significant disparity. It's the biweekly one of them. Then probably I think more work longer in Nigeria than myself. They, a 401k, they get a retirement plan. I'm unsure if they have it. As at the time places I work, they didn't have that.
God.
Why you
why are you
probably
laughing? Why
why
you
you
laughing?
See for one key.
a 401k retirement and
We don't say una too, eh? With all due respect, I don't
mm,
really work for Nigeria. Waiting for
Oh yeah, I never yeah
waiting
yeah.
be retirement
I
plan for
I
Nigeria.
worked a few.
Retirement
You
of
didn't have
waiting.
that.
No, no, wait, hold on. Nigeria has some good retirement plans for
They
some.
for teachers they do
Yeah,
have retirement plan. I was waiting to ask you this.
yeah. It's over
I mean, you
oil,
work
like in the
too, but
oil industry. Also in the oil industry, they have some
in the
really
gov
good.
they have retirement plan.
They
Probably
have
not
really
as
good. If in fact better, I know someone who has a good retirement plan.
Fantastic.
Even again, that's probably
You
probably an
guys are
anomaly.
you guys are just elite. I'm sorry to say, you guys are not
I'm not.
just. What are you
I'm
talking
not
about?
saying that's
What
a norm.
percentage of?
I'm not.
No, relax
Yeah,
now. Well,
yeah,
relax. My man a teacher now for 1 million years. She's supposed to be collecting pension. The day Buhari approved that pension after like retiring for over 80 years or 10 years, they go
yeah.
church, they spray powder, they celebrate. Say, Bob, what are you talking about? How many people are employed by oil and gas industry in Nigeria? You are talking about a 0 point something percent of the population. I'm
True,
talking of the
true.
average.
Yes.
Your retirement plan, one guy don't blow him. You use to carry one babe, go Dubai, go flex. What did you talk? Which retirement plan is down? I
calm
was in
down,
I was in the
calm
finance
down.
industry for years. Where's the retirement plan? You see people who live and nothing. Yes,
Live and let live and
it's a
let live.
common joke
Well,
that it's a common joke that
NNPC
you're a bank. How many people does an NPC employ, bro? We're talking averages
NNPC has
here.
retirement. Okay,
Average.
okay.
Bro, can you
Okay.
people stop this thing you're doing? What is NNPC and Chevron and people are talking? How many
Why the
people are
vex
employed?
like this?
I'm very pained because I have people that have lived through the system. My mother was a teacher for years. She's still alive. How much is her? She practically has to pray and go to church. And the pastor go still collect something for inside before the retirement come because she need to fast and pray for that thing to come. So what are you people talking about? What people now? What families now? Otis, your mother was a teacher, right? Well, I go and
Yeah,
ask her whether she's getting her retirement. Go and just ask her.
I think
You're
she
talking oil
gets a
and gas. Oil
retirement,
and gas. Maybe she gets it because
but
Buhari's government did something
it
about
might
it recently.
it might not be something
We see
huge.
people. We see people. Let's even leave the size to even get it. You see people. I know people's parents, close people, that their parents were even going to queue to go and they'll say, "Come and revalidate that you're still alive." This one they will slump and
Yes,
die.
yes.
Rookie, off air, I will tell you names of people that are close to us that their
Hmm.
parents slumped and died trying to revalidate. Man, bro, forget. Let's not just digress again. I'm
Yes,
very
Yeah.
let's
passionate
okay.
about
We're
that
not digress. I get you.
retirement
It's
plan
very
with
No,
this
that's
country.
passion. No,
it's part
That's
of
why I
I
laughed
understand
when
your passion.
yes, why I laughed when you get 401k. Bro, you're 401k, the one person is investing it and you're making
He
money.
asked me. He
Like
asked me, and we should probably
no.
explain what those
Explain
plan
what. Yeah,
is
some
to
people might
them.
not know what
Yeah,
for
it's
oh
one
okay,
of
401k.
like
yeah.
part of our job. We call it a retirement plan, whereby you contribute a certain percentage of your salary, and most organizations they match up to like 8% of what you contribute, and they invest it. They have a third party who take this money, and you select different kind of investments, and they invest it. So probably in the next maybe in 30 years when you want to retire, you have certain amount of you walk away with certain amount of money along with what the organization contributes, which is part of the cost of hiring you. So that's what the 401k IRA plans are.
Hmm.
And probably I said subtle discrepancy, but that seems like huge because it's not common. Then over here too, we pay taxes, right?
Oh
You
man.
pay
Oh
income
man.
tax. That's the difference. That's another difference. You pay income tax. Okay, it looks like you're
Anytime I
paying
see
a
my
lot of
tax,
taxes.
man, I always cry, man. When
Yeah, and
April
it
comes,
depends. Yeah,
when
I
when
mean the
April comes,
deduction.
yeah, man. Sorry,
The
sorry.
You
Go ahead.
deduction. Yeah, that's fine. In some states, like it depends on the state. Like I know when I was up north one point in time, they after the income tax, they collect state tax, they collect city tax, and they collect school district tax.
Yeah, and property
That's a lot
tax
of
too.
at the end of the day. So I think those are kind of the major thing, and I think you're going to go ahead later. Probably the kind of relationship with colleagues at work probably is a question you're going to ask later. So
Yeah.
those are just
uh,
so again the synopsis. My
Mostly, it seems like
synopsis
you are
of
dying to
this.
say something there.
I'm
Oh,
just,
let,
I'm just, again, I'm just laughing at Sophie. You are just making me laugh today. See, listen,
yeah,
you
it's
see,
glad we
you see
make you
this
guys laugh.
taxi people are talking about now.
Yeah.
That too, they are taxing you one thing here. Let me tell you something. In Nigeria, if you get employed, most companies don't give you your total package. Again, don't use oil and gas, don't use banking. Nigeria
Mm-hmm.
is bigger than all those things. Again, I'm referring to Nigeria. They don't
Mm-hmm.
give you a whole package and say, this is what you're earning. Here you get a job and say, oh, I'm signing you up for I'm hiring you, I'm going to pay you $150,000 a year. That's what your offer letter is going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Most times in Nigeria, nobody's going to tell you I'm going to pay you 2 million naira a year. They're going to tell you I'm going to pay you 10K a month. Do you understand? That is so you that's your net. So mentally, you're not thinking about the taxes that you pay. But by the time you go, if you for any reason you need to get your tax documents and see, because in Nigeria we don't file tax like here and get tax returns, and it's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's already done by HRO and remitted to the government. My
Yeah.
brother, the real money that those people tax you in Nigeria is almost the same thing as here. It's crazy. There was a time when I was trying to, I don't know, I think I was trying to do a school thing to Canada some years ago, and I had to get my tax documents. When I saw how much that my company claimed that they were supposed to be paying tax on top of my head, bro, that thing was close to like 30-40%. It was crazy. So the point I'm trying to make is in Nigeria, most times for most people, when you're hiring them, it's like, oh, I'm going to pay you this monthly. That's what it is. And for most average companies, there's a salary, there's a bracket. Salaries are not hidden. Like you don't hear, you don't know how much your colleagues earning. Like two of us can be doing the
Mm-hmm.
same job, but it
Mm-hmm.
depends on what I negotiated with the hiring
Yeah.
manager. Right? So I don't know how much my guy is like sacred. But in
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria, everybody knows if you are manager and this guy is manager, everybody knows manager earns 50,
To be
500,000 naira a
honest, I
month.
like that. I prefer that. To be
Yes,
honest.
so both managers cannot. Oh, this guy cannot earn more than this guy. It's flat. If I know you, because I know your rank, I know how much you're earning.
It's
That's how it works. So
structured.
it's a little. The structure is a little different. But about those tax systems, so you don't. I think sometimes that's they say, "Wait, you know, no go kill you. Like you know, go hurt you that much." So because you're not hearing it, right? You're not hearing that. Oh, I know you're going to say Austin. Oh, wait, you know, kill you. I know. But the reference
Uh,
I'm going to say here right now is
I got that.
because my what I'm being paid, I was on my paper, was on paper. Is already is what I'm getting actually. So I don't feel what it's like me. You tell me I'm going to give you $3,000 every 2 weeks or $5,000 every 2 weeks, and I get $5,000 every 2 weeks. Do you think I really bothered about what you're taxing me? I won't. But you cannot come and tell me that you want to give me $10,000 every month, or $5,000 every 2 weeks, and then when the paycheck come, I'm seeing 3 5. I'm like, what's in the happen here? Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think it's maybe they should just even start telling us the net pay so that we negotiate from there and say, okay, this if you try tell me I'm going to give you 5K, let me see my 5K 499,999 put that on my account, carry your tax and go. And I think it's even a better thing. Say, I'm serious because maybe to make
Yeah.
people feel better. Because that thing they pay
Yeah.
you negotiate
I
finish, you
have.
see salary, you won't cry.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know you get your turn. There were two things I missed before I pass it over to you about the
Mm,
deduction. Your health insurance, right?
mm.
You get paid. It's optional. You can opt out of the plan because you were telling me the differences. Those are kind of the subtle differences, but nothing like huge. It's up to you whether you want to have insurance. You might not fall sick regularly, or you might go see the doctor and pay out of
Yeah,
pocket.
right?
And
Yeah.
the last one is the performance reviews. It's kind of strange the way they do it here and over there.
Okay.
So Over there, they look at your prowess on the job, like your hard skill, not the soft skill,
Sorry,
right?
sorry,
And you
sorry,
you
sorry, sorry. 1 minute. Who is over there? Which one is over there? Which one? I need to understand what you're saying.
when I
Over there
say
is where
over
Niger,
there, over
Niger,
there
right?
is Nigeria.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
yeah, okay, yeah. Continue. I want to hear what you're saying.
I've lost my
Because me,
train of thought.
I'm sorry. I'm
You,
sorry. Yeah.
I've lost my
You said
train
you
of
said
thought.
you were talking about performance
Okay, I
review.
remember. Oh yeah, performance
Yeah.
review. I said over there it's kind of different. Here, I would say over the okay, I was standing over there. Over there, they look at your prowess at the job, your hard skill before they go into the soft skill. Do you have actual dexterity in doing the job? You know what you're doing. Are you trying to create business value, trying to make the organization make profit? This is
So
what we're here for.
let me ask you guys: so do you have you seen like because there's this sometimes when people come from Nigeria or from wherever they come to America, they realize maybe whatever degree they have is not applicable or they can't use it, so they had to maybe recertify or maybe even switch career. Like
Correct.
maybe maybe you're a doctor before in Nigeria and then now you're a taxi driver when you come here or something. Yeah.
Yeah, well after anyway. It's just the way you said it, like.
I mean, I've heard those kind of stories. I
Oh
don't know if
yeah,
you get it.
but yeah. So yeah, let me. I can. Just sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first. So the thing
No,
is,
go ahead. Like, so
yeah,
do you have any
yeah,
experience in that, or
yeah.
have you witnessed
Personal
people?
experience. Yeah, I've seen it happen
Yeah.
personally and friends. So the thing is this, especially I hear that same thing happens in most of the other developed Western countries, Canada and the rest.
Yeah.
When you come here, your experience has to be most of the time your American experience. So even
Mm,
today, when I'm talking to recruiters, I just discount my Nigerian experience. I don't even bother because most time you say, "Oh, I've done this," they'll ask you, "No, what have you done here in the US?"
mm,
Do you understand? So, and so that's why it's like that. So most times you have to like start from maybe a little under the radar, under the ladder, kind of maybe you not grow again in your career. So sometimes what
mm,
happens is that you can join the company as a junior in whatever field you decide to go into,
yeah.
and then you join as a junior, and then when they see how good you are, that's the good thing again about America or the corporate America. When they see how good you are, most of the time, they will just you start growing because they'll start giving you more responsibility, and that's how you start growing. So you can
Mm,
level up with time. But for most people, it's not like that. You just have to switch careers, and sometimes too, when you come here, you try to get into that field you were back home. Maybe there are different conditions. For instance, you're a pharmacist. You're in Nigeria, you get a pharmacy degree, you're working in a pharmaceutical company, whatever. Here, I think you have to get licensed and the exams are whether once a year. You have to
mm,
so you have to get back. So actually practice as a pharmacist here, I think it takes a couple of years. So it's a process that, and of course you have to, as Oti said earlier, you have bills to pay. So those bills are
mm,
not the bills are not going to say, okay, whenever you graduate or whenever you finish your thing, come and pay me. You have to pay every month. So that way, that forces you to not do some other things. Maybe taxi driver, maybe Uber, maybe factory, whatever that you can stomach or you can that you feel that you can do to get those bills paid till you can get into the field that you want to get into. So and of
mm,
course, some people also change careers, man. Switch
yeah.
it up
Yeah.
if you know that there's an industry booming and you have the skill set. Because that's another thing on Nigeria. Last episode, Oti said something about our parents always wanting us to be doctor, lawyer, engineer, and useless, right? There were five
Mm,
things. So it's the same thing here. In America or in the other world here, Western world, there are so many things you can do and make money. So many things. Like people are literally podcasters and they make money, right?
mm.
Nigeria,
Except us though, we're not
they
making
will
any
never
money.
make money yet. Sir.
Like that, you guys went to school for engineering. Now you're doing a podcast. Shame on
Podcast.
you.
I,
Shame on you.
I, we should shame Otis and subscribe. I mean, so I think that's the thing, Sha. So that's why, yes, I've experienced it, and yeah, your degree sometimes it takes time, so you might just switch it up, and it's not always so bad. Sometimes you just find your calling from there. Like Otis
Yeah,
has found his
yeah.
calling now. He's not an engineer, he's a podcaster now.
Podcaster, yeah.
Yeah.
Big
So
English speaking podcaster.
just to
A
piggyback on what you
sagacious one.
said, yes, a sagaciously a podcaster with so much finesse, dexterity, and
I mean, I don't do. I read my dictionary. I mean,
finesse, prowess, dexterity. That's my skill.
all right, so
So
Mr. Dexter.
piggyback on what you're saying in life, like succeeding, this certification it just has to do with your tenacity or your grit. What you, it's not about what you want because sometimes we get sentimental, like hey, like the options they gave us, like hey, I might not want to be to engineer, but they told us, oh, you become an engineer. When you come to America, like, why do I want to go to school for engineering? Why do I want to get this certification? Like, maybe here you're like, okay, I would really love to do project management, become a certified certification in PMP than engineering. As a matter of fact, I know someone who read civil engineering. He came over here and started business administration, which was kind of weird for me. But then again, this is what I want to do. This is what I enjoy doing. So when you come over, here, you see that liberty for you to explore and try different things. You're like, okay, this is what I really want because for most people, they get this sentimental want to become an engineer. At the end of the day, you're not happy in the profession. You're just being something you're doing because that's what they told you.
Hmm.
It doesn't give you the flexibility and the liberty, and you keep going. You go get certified. Maybe you become a professional engineer or you become a registered nurse. At the end of the day, you're not getting that fulfillment with your grades. But if you
Yeah.
channeled your other stuff to maybe podcasting or something, it's just like soccer. Shame on you guys. You just wasted that our parents.
You, you said you said a podcast.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I mean, don't really laugh. This is,
yeah,
That's
so
true,
it's
you
just
guys.
like back in Nigeria, like people who play soccer, for example, they were like, "Oh, if after school go play soccer," they're like, "Oh, you're gonna be useless. You got to go study." But now I heard parents are buying no be soccer na football. Sorry, make people not go for school.
Mhm.
so,
Right.
so so you play football and the parents are not buying ball
Because they realized
football.
that they could actually
They
become
realize yes,
professional, earning millions.
and
Yes.
I
it's just
mean,
like the American football here. They could go to school while playing, get certified, get a business education or something. So
uh,
Yeah.
this certification sometimes don't help. Like here, over here, like oh, you want to be professional engineer, you want to get this, you want to be like in Nigeria. They are so famous. I want to have a PhD. I want to have this. I want to have that. You can have all that, but how much does it bring to your bank? And this is not to
mm,
say it's about the money, but it's a conglomerate of factors.
Right. Well,
The
Nigerians value education though a lot, right? Is
you
that
see,
Yeah, true.
I see.
most of what they say?
Okay, so I'm just a small rebuttal to what he was saying now.
Yeah.
No, no rebuttal, no rebuttal.
Sorry, so our parents were
No
right.
rebuttal podcaster. No
Okay,
rebuttal,
I'm
Mr.
sorry, sir.
Podcaster.
See, our parents were right too. The chances of you making it in that soccer or football or this American football is very, very, very slim. Oh.
Hmm.
You better me you
Mm.
just go school, fair get that one home for corner. May you not go hungry, oh. Guy. He better. Oh. I'm telling you, what is all the oh boy they say I had ski. How many JJ coach a day, bro? He
Hmm.
had though. Now 11 people they play the ball. Oh.
And
After the 11, he
even
had
if
to
you
enter those
happen
teams.
even
Oh.
even if you happen to be good, right? One injury and you're out.
You're out. So I think
Yeah.
our parents are right. Maybe I'm saying because me, my kids, man. My
Yeah.
son today wants to be the last one he told me wants to be environmental biologist. I mean, what I said, oh, God, I do like my that's when he talk. Me, I did do. I tell the guys, oh, God, better go read the one you give him money. Should be no. He say it's a terrestrial one thing. And I asked him, okay, have you solved the problem on Earth? Is the one in space that you want to go and solve? Better look for one thing that you solve in this world and make money that you now go and be doing atomic bomb ability. Okay, respect yourself. Oh. I beg.
Well,
And tell
someone
you,
needs to study that thing now,
eh,
right?
it's not my own son now. Should be
No.
other people. Other people dey do. Maybe I'll go do
Yeah.
doctor or lawyer or one thing.
So yeah,
Other
Yeah.
people's
we're
son
not
go
going
do
to
am.
change. We're not
Yeah.
going to change the world. He wants to change the world to protect
No,
his son.
his friends can change the world now. Work with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
let's
know.
switch gears a little bit. Like, what from you guys' observation, what would you say are the difference in work? I think we probably touch on this a little bit. The work culture here, in America compared to Nigeria.
Oh
For me,
God.
I never really worked in Nigeria,
Mm.
but I have a sense of
What
yeah,
culture?
what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
For
So
me, the one thing I've noticed here was in the work in the office space, like people are very they don't care too much about titles. My boss, I just call him by his first name. Like I don't. It's not Mister This, Mister That. No.
Mm-hmm.
There's even the managers like it's a very relaxed
Oh
atmosphere.
yeah.
It's not like I know for sure in Nigeria, people if you call you have to say sir or this or
No, there's a way
Mr.
to
This,
package it.
Mr. That.
No,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't,
You
Mister. So, oh, sorry.
you
So, I happened to work in about two places before I left Nigeria. One
yeah.
of the places I worked really long, and they were really, they're like their work culture really try to mirror international standards, right? So they always told
Uh-huh.
us, oh, you can call people by their first name. I mean, right from day one, training school, you
Mm-hmm.
can call by their first name. But you have to be creative about it, especially with women. Well, I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to be Missy Andre Sabina, Miss Organist, I they call her.
Mm.
English one, go no. I'm just saying, so you have to, there's a way you to package it. You can say, my boss. You understand? You instead of saying,
Mm.
sir, you say, the boss, or you look for one nickname that, or guard this person, or, mommy
So,
this, or you, there's a
so
way
so
you
if you so
package
if
it.
you don't call your boss the boss, what would you do?
He will not do anything. But when
Uh-huh.
the appraiser reach, that's the thing to try to mention about performance appraiser. You don't get respect. Huh? Where you go, come make the promote you now. The people that we still do the hey, me, hey, this one, hey, those ones are that is an additional 2 points in promotion time. It's just fact. And again, I worked in that particular company. I don't want to mention their name because they're not sponsoring us anyway. But
Yes.
but that particular company, right? They try to mirror international standards, but across board for most people, you have to have the sir, my oga, my boss, this it's that level thing is very and it's part of our culture, right? We're very
Mm.
respect driven people, which is beautiful. I like it because you
Yeah.
have to stand for something or fall for anything. So it's good we have a culture. But it's really hard for us to separate that culture from the work environment, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's a real challenge. And then you also mentioned about apart from that first name thing, you talked about interactions, right? In general, here, I think people mind their business more here. Like people are they respect your space more because HR they work. For Naija,
Mm-hmm.
not to dey work like that oh. No go dey report your guy anyhow. You fit do am oh, you fit get away with am oh. Maybe your own papa get level or you know somebody or know somebody. But on the average, it's a little more. Everything about the normal African culture of respect your senior applies. So sometimes maybe your guy do you something, you can't go report to your guy and pass that one. Then, now you dey fit still come to your head later say come you sef you don't have respect this boy. Do you understand? So all those things are all those are challenges, right? So I think
Yeah.
in general, it's easier to find yourself in a toxic environment in Nigeria than here.
Really. Yeah.
Because and also another factor with that is the jobs are not really readily available. Like for
Mm-hmm.
instance, if you're working in a bank in Nigeria, if you get fired, you feel not get work for the rest of your life. It's not because the jobs are not just there. And maybe you reach a level again. That thing that they do that everybody knows everybody's level. So maybe you left at a particular level. For you to get to that level in another bank might be difficult. But here you can decide that okay, well, I don't feel like working for the next 3 months. I want to go on unemployment. There's no unemployment in Nigeria. I want to go do Uber. But you can Nigeria culture, all those level. How you go to do Uber? You go for manager for bank for the. Why you don't enter block? So those are the issues. But here you can switch up. So all those things make you manage yourself in a toxic environment and say, let it not be like that. I need to pay your bills. As against here, that you can just vex and say, man, if they talk any, I give you, say, man, you know what, I want to sue the company. When you want to go sue for Nigeria? If you do am, I'm not saying that you do am, but
Mm-hmm.
whether result will come out, if you don't get grandchildren before they judge the case finish, so those are the issues. So please continue, don't mind
Otis,
me.
Otis, what's
okay,
your experience?
so working in Nigeria, there are a lot of people who are amiable. You could talk to colleagues, and one thing they're into your business too.
Yeah.
Like I know when I was in Nigeria one time working, a guy was on vacation for like 2 weeks. The neighbors were going around looking at him. He said, "What's wrong, sir? they don't sack you. You never go work for 2 weeks. So they say no,
Mm-hmm.
you're on vacation. They're kind of communal. It's a good thing, but they're into your business, so which is kind of different for you. And it's not like a bad thing. It has
Mm-hmm.
its pros and its cons. Over here, people are kind of like more mentioned. They are to themselves. It's kind of stoic. You could see a guy today talks to you at work. Hey, rookie, how you doing? The next day, we just walk past you
Mm-hmm.
without saying a word.
100.
At first, it
100.
was
Like,
strange, but now it's I'm kind of used to it. You could see somebody every day sitting at your desk. It's kind of the way they live. Do some of them are just there to do their work and go home. No fraternizing in Nigeria after 5. Oh, you can come to my house to come eat and doing a baby dedication or
yeah, you can
stuff.
actually make
And
friends for life.
they have a canopy, or what do you call it here again? I'm not gonna know that one. They call
Canopy.
it a
Okay.
canopy, a tent. They have a tent. Colleagues working at A and B C companies. So
Oh,
when their
yeah. When you're away, I can
colleague,
see,
your
that's
colleagues are
true. When I
coming.
do the party, they'll come. Yeah.
But here, I don't know. Probably, I've never really seen people
Huh?
who went to that or company
My
parties where
brother.
certain people. It's not as
Yeah.
rife. So those are kind of just touching back on
The
how it is
culture.
here,
Yeah.
and the performance reviews, like you mentioned here. That's why I went to mention on the hard skills and the soft skills. Sometimes it's looked upon how you're doing with your work. There's a follow up with your manager every month, like, hey, this is where you need to improve. They give you a performance plan. Then in terms of promotion, they have career progression. They like your manager comes and talks to you. Mostly you work longer in Nigeria because this is where we want you to be at this time, and this is where areas you're lagging. And those are all respectfully
This,
conversations.
yeah. I know
So
one
that's
thing.
about it.
And one thing here which I've noticed is, and I kind of prefer the Nigerian way. I feel like here they are very
Fake.
formal,
Fake.
fake, not
No,
fake.
no.
They're very
It's not.
Nigeria. They're very understand. Like if you're working with, let's say I would, if you're working with like somewhere like here, for example, you some jobs you have to clock in, right? You
Mm-hmm.
scan your badge to clock in. It's like
Mm-hmm.
7 o'clock. If you are late 10 minutes, they will subtract that from your pay. If you're an hourly worker, they would some
Mm-hmm.
jobs they would track those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Or something, let's say your child is sick, you have to take request time off.
Mm-hmm.
They have all these things, but I would imagine in Nigeria, I feel like Nigerians are more flexible and understanding. Like you can just tell, like, okay, I feel like, in fact, I know someone who lost a job here because they were doing some they're they're doing some of their badge. I think they weren't like scanning their badge properly. I feel like that person would have not lost their job for that in Nigeria. I feel like they would have been. There's more communal understanding. Like people. I feel like they understand people's personal situations more. People they will sorry for you, like, oh, let's not fire this one. But here they don't. It feels like they will fire you. They don't care if you have wife and kids.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've heard enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've had enough. Okay.
You know yes, you said, and I will piggyback on what you said earlier. You have not worked in Nigeria, or you've not really worked
Yes,
in Nigeria.
I'm assuming.
So
Yes.
so you have not worked in an indisciplined environment.
Hmm.
If you work in an indisciplined environment, my brother, you come back, when you see your boss tomorrow, you will break every company policy and give him a tight hug and say, thank you for enforcing discipline in the environment. Nigerian system, part of the
Yeah.
problems we have is this exact thing you just said. You should be understanding. Man, it's 10 minutes now. It's not just 10. I wish he would not lose his job. That is exactly why you should lose your job. Sorry to say. See, we're human beings, so
Yes.
But I
wait,
think
let me finish. Let me finish. One thing that causes problems in societies, right, is accountability.
Yeah.
If you give people an inch, including me, I'll take a mile.
take a man.
Hmm.
It's human nature.
Yeah.
Okay, they're flexible, and my boss will understand. Something that you know that okay, this thing has to happen in this particular way.
Yeah.
Will you prioritize the one that you know that is make or break over the one that you know is flexible? It's natural.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? So I'm just telling you that. I mean, I don't. We kind of had a similar experience some days ago, right? When I was there,
Mm-hmm.
some things I was insisting on were offline. We're having a conversation. I know why I was saying all those things. I putting all those checks in place. If you do
Mm-hmm.
not put those checks in place, my brother, you'll be heartbroken when you start working with people that are indisciplined. If you want if your system to work, places like China, all those places, why do their systems work? Why is there even the American system? Oh, they are saying, oh, they are cutting waste, they are doing this, they are doing that. It's because you say inefficiencies tend to grow through cracks. When there are cracks in the system, when you create those cracks and say, okay, let's be flexible here, let's be human here. It's like water. Once the water enters those cracks, it starts opening up. Before you see, you lose everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you that the Nigerian system, because another thing with allowing people get away with those kind of things, it breeds favoritism. So now you are
Mm-hmm.
cool with the security guy. Now you are cool with your boss. If your boss now says, "Oh, maybe with his discretion, said his child was sick. Okay, let me let him go." The other guy that doesn't have a child is like, "Oh, so because I don't get child, I cannot come late small, right?"
Mm-hmm.
You two decide that he wants to come late small, and then you want to fire him, and it's like, So is it because that's why you cannot afford to let those inconsistencies happen, and there must be
Mm-hmm.
standards and policies. I rest
Mm-hmm.
my case.
I think
I'm sorry
more.
I said that.
Okay, no. Rookie, I'm with you on this. I think I think more is being nefarious, a little
No,
nefarious.
cause me
Uh,
English I know now. Which one be
no,
nefarious? Talk normal English now. More fit talk. I
the
beg.
normal English.
I don't know
It's been a little
nefarious.
bit. I mean, look them up. You've
I
been a
beg.
little bit
I
nefarious,
want to
and you
check
lack some
dictionary.
and you lack some empathy
Now you say
Empathy.
because
That's a word that's a word I was looking for. Go ahead.
yes,
Go.
yes, you lack
empathy does
empathy
not
because
give figures at the
you
end of the
check
month.
nefarious first, make you explain
I
what
dey
is
check am
later.
nefarious.
A little nefarious.
I
So
shall add a little
you,
incertain.
no, no, I didn't.
I don't even
So
spell myself nefarious. See me see wahala.
Continue, Otis. We're waiting for you.
Continue
so
now.
you said earlier people don't get paid early. There's one major challenge they have in your commute to work in the morning. There's traffic for those who live in Lagos and all those kind of places. I think that's a genuine excuse for you to be late to work,
Ah, me
right?
I'm extremely wicked. Thunder and fire you. Now you dey nefarious. You see why I don't do you? Why they using English? You say me I dey extremely wicked. Can you say a little extremely wicked? You be wicked. You are a wicked man according to Gege.
I'm a wicked man. Yeah, I think so. And again, you said the pay. They're not expected. Probably you work for some days, you have not been paid. They're like, oh, the contractor has not paid you. You're right. I'm just saying they're both sides of a coin. Let's look
Mhm.
at it. Well, let's look at it both ways. Like you said, you're absolutely correct. There's indiscipline, and
It
some people
breeds.
become
That's what I said. It
incorrigible.
breeds.
Yeah, it breeds. Okay.
Mhm,
Some people
mhm.
become incorrigible, and if you give them a mile, they'll take 10,000 steps or 10,000 miles. So, where's the gap where you cop? That's why over here, there's a one in first strike, second strike, then you get HRO talking to and all that. But I think, and maybe over in Nigeria, you work longer than myself over there. You see somebody bringing the same excuse, and it could be genuine. Some people like, oh, my kid literally could not get to school. My neighbor got arrested. They say we
Valid.
have not paid water bill. The landlord locked the gates. There's all those kind of funny stories that come up, which is true. I heard because of service charge one time, there was an apartment or apartment complex people live. The landlord locked the gate that everybody must come to a meeting and stuff like that.
Where?
Imagine you going
Where?
to, yeah,
Where?
but it
Where?
can happen consistently.
Where is that in Nigeria, right?
Yes,
In
you
Nigeria.
know the small
Of
country.
course, no problem. No, no problem. Sorry to cut you. I'm not saying you shouldn't allow those things. Here too, if my child is sick, if I tell my boss, I know he's not gonna take it as anything. He's like, okay, maybe work from home today, take 4 hours off, blah blah blah. Those flexibilities happen. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you do not have standards, there should be the amount of time. Maybe say, okay, if you notice what I did in that other stuff, I said you have to do it with proof. You have to be able to show me that because if you don't do that, people take things for granted. You said something about traffic. Who does not go through traffic? What are you
Mm-hmm.
talking about? You say traffic. You say your landlord locked the gates. You say your landlord sent a message going to lock the gate. Is he going to lock the gate every day of the month? If you are late this week, today the lock gate, tomorrow traffic, next tomorrow, who's going to get my job done?
But
Mm-hmm.
but
It's not
there
being
could be
wickedness,
certain
it's discipline.
Yeah. All right, so let's wrap up. So we've been talking about the realities of working here in the United States, which I would imagine applies to Canada, UK, wherever. So if you're watching from any of those places, you can put some comments down below. Let us know about your experience, comparison. Just let us know. Leave comments. We read all the comments. Is there anything else anything you think we didn't touch on as far as like the whole work culture here or career choice and all that stuff compared to
Look at my notes. I think we did.
diaspora versus
I think
Nigeria?
the only
We
thing I
did.
would touch on is just sometimes. I mean, this is just an advice of to personal experience.
Yeah,
Is whatever career you decide to do when you travel abroad, when you settle abroad, don't make a mistake to compare the salary with the salary that you're earning in Nigeria on that same job,
mm,
because sometimes when you compare it, especially if you get the job early, man, if you move abroad and you quickly, let's say you're a banker in Nigeria, maybe you're earning like
hmm
200,000-300,000 naira, and then you come here and maybe you're earning, maybe I don't know how much bankers are in here really, but whatever. Let's say you're earning in millions, right? Maybe your head will not like, ah man, I don't hammer. I beg we have no hammer though. When you now calculate all the bills you have to pay, when the tax that money, the way we talked about it a little, tax that money, you pay your bills, phone bill, this one bill, this one bill, this. If you have a car note, if you bought car with car note, car insurance, health insurance, when you pay all those things, that guy, the money when you go save, if you never reach $100. So please find that thing is, and it can mess you up, because if you now start spending like you are making money in America and you are living in Nigeria, because if that's how your mind, because if you start converting money, it means that
that's a
your
mistake a
brain,
lot of people
a
make.
lot of money are saying that
Doing
you're not
doing
comparing results.
conversion.
So I
Yeah.
beg, when you start earning that money, first think of your bills and then match it to the real life scenario. So that's the only thing I would say, like always
So you're
follow the.
saying when you come here, it looks big
It
comparative,
looks
but it's
big, but
not.
in the end, it's not.
Yeah,
It's just I think for me, things work here. You have a chance of growing any career you want to go through. In Nigeria,
mm,
growth is you need to go church, pray, join. Use olive oil. You bless your office or your office in case make the grace of God cover you, may they promote you. But for here, how here you can just be doing your job, doing it well, and nobody cares. You're delivering on my what they call, these are the KPIs or what is set
hmm
goals for me. I deliver the goals or surpass the goal. It's easy to evaluate here, and people rarely victimize you. But Naija, the chances of, oh, you don't know person, maybe you not greet well, or maybe oga come office, you no go carry him bag, or one madam come, she say make you go buy banga rice under Udu bridge, you no gree go, you squeeze your face when you dey go. There's when you buy two meat, you go buy one meat and one fish. They're gonna promote you. Those nonsense. No, they happen here. Nobody will send you go buy bangara and say, except now your job.
Okay.
Very
Rookie, I
specific
think
examples there.
Yes.
there's one thing I don't know if we touched on it. I think we missed it. Is the
Mm,
working remote versus going in the office. So
mm,
did we touch that? So the discrepancy, most of you want to come, you hear of remote work.
Mm.
There are pros and cons to it. Like if you work remote, you save the cost of gas going to work. You should be on time. You shouldn't be indisciplined. There's no problem like swiping your badge. You are more relaxed and you get more done. I think during COVID, there's surveys out there on the internet that people were more productive. There were less people calling off. There were less vacations because you could take your computer. If you're in Missouri, you could go up to Ohio or Nebraska to go work. You could see your family, friends, and all those. So and now, but recently, remote work is going away. Everybody's coming back to the office. Some people are saying, "Hey, either go back to the office." I think we missed that. I mean, I
Yeah,
think working.
I thought we planned to like make that a whole topic, right?
Oh, did
I think
we?
that
Okay,
was,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. I was
Maybe we'll
thinking
expand
So
more on that later.
we'll
Yeah,
expand more. Yeah, I think we
yeah.
okay,
kind of
okay, okay.
we have like
So
a whole
Then
segment for that.
okay, maybe a closing thought for me then, or okay, have we gotten to
yeah,
there?
this. You no, you mentioned something I didn't. I was thinking of vacations. Um, I know here again. I didn't work in Nigeria, so I can't compare. But like here, a lot of jobs they factor in vacation time, right? There's a time your company will pay
Pay
you
time off, right?
pay time off.
Yeah,
You
it's the same
know,
thing in Nigeria.
some okay is okay.
Yeah, and another thing about for that one, for the experience I have for the people that I know that work, here If you're a contractor in most companies here, they don't give you PTO. I mean, that's the main
Yeah.
difference, right? And then no insurance, health insurance.
Yeah.
Most of the companies I know in Nigeria contract everything, they give you all those things. You have your paid time off, you have your
Okay.
health insurance. So the only difference might be okay, the grade, maybe their FTEs or full staffs, as I like to call them, might be on a gold package, and then you might be on a bronze package or something. But they give you all those things, right? Yeah,
Okay.
across board. But yes, like one big thing, FT, basically they tell you for job, you say we offer dental and vision. And, oh, guy, give me before. Job, yeah, I offer dental and vision. That's it. My blind don't have
Yeah.
to work for you. Should I use one eye? I'll be working for you. Nonsense.
All right, nice, nice. So,
Uh,
so let me I have a closing question for you guys. Do you? I guess for you mostly, since you probably since you've worked in both places,
mm-hmm.
I
where
work
would you
for both places now.
oh for oh you too,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
I
he
didn't
worked
know
longer than I was.
you
I
work
did
Yep.
work
longer.
there.
Yep.
So overall, if you're making the same equivalent pay and everything, which environment would you say you prefer?
What do you mean equivalent? Like dollar for dollar, dollar for
Dollar for dollar, yeah.
eh? Wait, I beg. How to be sure? Let me answer well. Like if I calculate the money I make today in America, if I convert that money
Uh,
times naira rates today, and somebody give
yeah.
me that money at the end of the month and say this money or this money, where will I take?
Yeah, what environment would
Where
you
to-
prefer
Would I,
working in the American system or the Nigerian environment?
bro? If you call my number 2 minutes after this podcast, I go to Nigeria. 2 minutes. As in, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I go don't park back na private jet. I don't reach Nigeria. What are you saying? Eh? I don't understand this guy. What? No. Except you say the value I'm getting from the money. Even the value, say, man, what is that? My brother, I live in Nigeria, man.
Otis, is that the
I don't,
same
I
for
don't, I
you
don't
too?
work for oil and gas, so I don't go move it up.
I'm gonna be on the fence on this one. That's my
Otis,
answer.
Otis, you suppose your house supposed to offense. Every episode you do offense. You don't
Don't-
come down from the fence.
I'm not
Come
come
down
down
from
from the
that fence
fence.
one day.
According to Rookie's Bible says, if you are neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out of my mouth. So
Rookies,
that's a weak
which
one.
is Rookie's Bible? Why are you calling my Bible?
Just messing with you. So for me, it's more of 80% or
Mm,
70% over there and 30% here.
mm.
So, but that's just being that's
No,
what
I don't
that's what I
go.
get.
I beg, don't repeat
Uh,
that question. No, I don't go. You say me, give me the money. Oh. I'm telling you, that's a guy. Give me the money, man. Go. What? Of course, now. No, the value, the value is too much. Of course, I'll go back
yeah.
home.
All
But
right.
it will be hard for any company to, except I'm going to start your own
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
Hard.
We'll start our own. Let's talk offline about. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Now go the pepper me. Oh. In fact, I'm going to call us out. We owe our youngest viewer from Canada. We have not given our viewer the present we promised. By next episode, and it will tease that promise. That's how sagacious you are being nefarious right now. By not sending that gift to Canada. So I'm calling you out and ensure that you send that gift to our company. If not, I will name you. If I wear a hat knitting nefarious to tease if you don't send that thing.
yeah.
All right, guys.
So
That's it. Oh, go ahead.
no, no, nothing. I'm just like we're benevolent and we're not going to
Yeah,
receipt on our promise. And you
yeah,
are the one.
nefarious.
Anyway, that's it. No, don't worry. I'm short of words now.
All
So
right,
go ahead,
guys.
Ricky. We're
All right,
past
All
time.
right. That's the Diaspora Chatter.
mm-hmm.
Thanks for watching. If you made it through all the way to the end, feel free to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit the button there so you're notified. Leave comments. Give us suggestions if there's something you want us to talk about. You need advice or anything. Otis will give you very good advice
Very
in the
sagacious,
comments.
but he's a
Yeah,
little
very
Yes.
nefarious.
yeah, some nefarious advice. Just leave the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and please share this with your friends and family. Take care.
Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye, 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 bye.